Hey guys, um, we'll be walking through the command injection room as promised. Well, if you've not been following up, basically we've been playing with TryHackMe's Jr Pentester challenge. We've been able to complete a couple of the tasks there. Um, Pretty much around this now. I think apart from this, we've done the vulnerability research and also just one in Metasploits. So I'll be recording quite a couple of them, but maybe not the ones that are just something you can take on your own. This is actually meant to help as many that get stuck one phase or the other. Probably you can just watch how that works. Not doesn't mean you should copy the answers and just paste it there. Okay, so today, at the moment, we'll be walking through the, excuse me, the command injection. I think I have completed the cross-site scripting. Let me just quickly refresh this page to see that we have completed the cross-site scripting room. So we should be taking command injection at the moment. Yes. So this is what it looks like. I'll skip quite a number of the read-ups because I believe you can take that up on your own without wasting time. Kind of like just read them and answer them. So this first one is just read-ups, making you understand what command injection basically is. So if you don't know what it is, I advise you to read this. A command injection vulnerability is also known as a remote code execution. So which means you can execute commands on the box remotely. Either you have a session or shell, or you can actually be doing that via a browser or maybe any other avenue. Okay, so I'll just complete these quickly and start with the read-ups. Here I've got a bunch of stuff to read. For this first one, I see it's dealing with PHP. We've got several videos on PHP and exploits on our YouTube channel, so I advise you go check them out. Please do like our videos and subscribe as well. Turn on the notification button just so you can follow up with us. So I'll skip all this and go to the questions. What variable stores the user's input in PHP code snippet in this task? So let's go look at that. These questions are meant to help us understand. So PHP code snippet in this task. So the PHP code snippet, that's this one. So if we look at that quickly, we can see, okay, verb song pointing to this, but look at this verb title. So I think it's the title thing, and I'm just going to copy this and go try to submit that quickly here. So I'll paste that, verify. Okay, obviously this. What HTTP method is used to retrieve data submitted by a user in a PHP snippet? So to retrieve, I think it should be a get method normally, but let's verify that as well here. So we're just going to look at this quickly. Command, we can see the get method being specified there. So we're going to pass that answer get. Obvious, maybe it is get or something else. If I wanted to execute id command in the Python snippet, so I want to execute id in the snippet, what route would I need to visit? So let's look at that. We're looking at the Python code. So it's this one over here. So what route do I need to? So I can see there's a route shell here, but if we want to execute ID, I think it's going to be going to the ID. Just pass that quickly. Okay, we're done with this first session. We'll go to the second section, sorry. Once again, we've got a lot of things to read up here. It's good to understand why you need to read this actually, because they give us pretty cool cheats that can help us solve these labs and also learn, because don't forget the aim of doing this is not just to have fun with the game, but also to learn how things are being done, or why things are done the way they are. Let me quickly take some water. Okay, so let's get to this next task, exploiting the command injection. So I'll go quickly to the questions. What payload would I use if I wanted to determine what user? Okay, that should be one of my if you've been watching our video, I'm sure you would have seen that what popular network tool I use to test for blind. I think you can ping it. It should be specified here. Then look out for the timeouts. So you want to check that timeout. It's going to help guide you more or less if there's something or there's nothing. So pass that in here. Ping. Then over to the third one, what payload will I use to test a Windows machine for blind? I think that will be, this command will help us invoke application to hang. So that should be the timeout. I'm going to quickly copy this and pass that in here. And that's the answer. So let's go to the next task, task 4, quickly remediating this. Let's see what is the term for the process of cleaning user inputs. I think it's a sanitization. It should be somewhere up there, obviously, input sanitization. Yeah, so you want to read these stuffs actually. The idea is we're trying to clean whatever input the user is trying to pass to our server, so they don't pass some funny or malicious input that will get executed on the server and returning sensitive files. So we'll put that here, sanitization. Oh, I may have spelled it wrong. I'm using the Z. Maybe that's looking for an S. Okay, great. All right, so we'll go to the next one. Here comes the practical. So I'm going to quickly start the lab, and we've got the split window thing. So let's quickly go there. Deploy the machine, test some payload on the application. So there is a cheat sheet. I'm going to open that in a different path, just so I can look at the cheat sheet. It seems like it's got this GitHub thing happening here. So I'm going to quickly clone this, or maybe even fork the project. I'm just going to fork it, the project. Okay. Okay, that works pretty fine. Then let me just see in the description. Okay, seem like a bunch of techniques that can be used more like. So we're going to maybe be trying some of them. It's got for Windows, it's got for Linux. So cool stuff. Let me drop in here and maybe clone this stuff quickly. I'm just going to, I was doing some stuff in the background, write this file, exit this, clear the screen, then maybe in this directory, what's in there? Okay, so I think I can remove, what? Okay, so let me go to my up directory. Lots of keep stuffs in there. Basically nothing on this one. Git clone. Then I'll pass that command in there. Clone this quickly. Okay, so if I list the content, I see there is a command injection. Navigate to there and list the content. Just cut the readme. I think that's where we'll find our stuff. Okay, cool stuff. Okay, great. It's got a bunch of cool stuff for us. All right, I just had to showcase that in case you don't know how to do that. So while I'm also waiting for this thing to load, but it seems like it's still doing stuff. So we're going to be testing, find the content of the flag located in this path. Okay, you can use a variety of payload to achieve this. Okay, so there are a bunch of payloads that we could be trying out against this thing. I'm not sure, but we will see. We'll see. So the first question there is, what user is this application running as? Okay, so this is what we have. Let me quickly execute this command and see what throws back at me. Here's my command. Where is it? It didn't even show the command. Okay, so I think I didn't pass the value 127.0.0.1. Okay, I'm just trying that again. Execute that command quickly. Okay, great. So I pinged this and we're saying 5684 bytes of data, 64 bytes from this. So this gives me a hint, 64 bytes. Okay, time to leave 64 also gives me a hint on if this is a Windows or Linux server. Just to show you stuff, I'll come in here and maybe run a ping on 127.0.0.1. So you see time to live 64. That seems more like a Linux server, not a Windows server. If I was pinging a Windows server, maybe I'll get a 128 probably. But 64 informs me that it's a Linux server. So I know I'm dealing with Linux. Okay, then what else can I do here? Maybe find the content of the flag located in home TryHackMe flag.txt. What user is this application running as? So what can we do? We can execute the command who am I. Let's see if there is no output. So obviously some filtering is happening there. I would be damned to think it's just gonna work. Pretty cool. Okay, so now the challenge will be to find a way to bypass this. So how do we do this? That's the question. Okay, so we will think around maybe a way to execute this command. What are the contents of the flag? Maybe we try to grab the flag content. Anything here? Okay, let's just click that. Let's try to grab the flag content. I'm just going to go to the GitHub repo. I think it's still there. So I saw those things for Linux. Yeah, Unix. So it should be somewhere here. Okay, it's one of these ones actually. So, but I'm going to have to build what I want, which I had done in the background. So, but I'll take this as a template just so I can show us what it's going to look like. I'll copy this. So I'll paste that initial thing there. Then I'm going to just pass in a few more strings. So I'll pass in the percent. I'm actually using the percentage, then %20. I will explain later what that is doing. Then all the way down to the, I'm not going to the bin, I'm going to from what was explained in here. So I'll be going to, where's my terminal? Okay, I'm not going to the bin, so I'm going to clean this. I'm going to the user. I'm going to pass /usr, then /bin. Then I want to try out for the ID. Let me see. ID. Then, which means I'm going to pass this command. Then maybe break this here. Then pass this out. Comment out that parts. Then close this. Then on the other end, I'll cut the content of home, which is where the stuff is. Then TryHackMe. Then the flag. I'm just going to clean this up. Then TryHackMe, then the flag dot text. So I think this looks pretty cool. I can clean up this other parts. Then I'll copy this command quickly. Okay, I'll paste that in here and execute it and see what happens. Okay, here's my command. So it seemed like filtering is also still happening there. So it seemed like it didn't throw that flag at me. So if you look at this, it just ran the command cat this. It didn't try to maybe bypass, which is the aim actually. So I'll paste this again and tinker around it. See how I can. I already know I want to go here. But how do I bypass that filtering happening in there? So let me look at this again in details. So I see I've got that being in there, then exec, then the %20, then CMD executing that, passing it to user being ID, then commenting that part of the code out. Okay, what if I just take this part out and execute this? Let me see. It did not return nothing, so which means something. It tells me something actually. If it didn't return nothing, so how can I actually use this to get what I want? I'll paste that again, execute this for the second time. Okay, start. That still didn't work anyway, so we have to think around how to get this thing to work for us. So I figured out that I would have to, my initial command which I have passed, I will have to do some encoding around this part of it and this part of it, just so it's not being filtered out. So after doing that, it looks something like this. Let me see. So that command now looks something like this. So you're seeing that I'm using the amper less than, more like showing me that I'm actually passing a less than sign there. Then all the other stuff commenting that part out. Then I'll copy this quickly and go try this. If this will bypass the filtering and give us what we want. So I'll paste this here. Just do some quick verification to be sure it all looks clean. Clean this up. Then I'll pass this correctly because I see that thing was actually changing it from what it's supposed to be. So I'll just pass this, then go all the way to the other end, clean that up also. Okay, then just review it for the last time. If it's okay, we should bypass that filtering happening there. So I'll execute this, and that seemed to throw back the command we executed here. So let's see if this actually works. I'm not sure. Now we've executed the command, but there is no output. So it seemed like there's still a problem. But look at that. We've got this happening in here. We've got this happening in here. So it seemed like we had missed a part of it, which we're going to try and fix until we get this thing working for us. Remember, that's the aim. So there shouldn't be a space here. Let me paste this again. Clean this up one last time. Pass that over there. Then come this way. Less than. Just verifying it for the last time. If it looks clean the way it should be, actually, then I should pass this. Then I'll comment that part of it out. I think I missed this. Then I'll pass this. Then comment that part of it out. Then I'll run this the way it is at the moment. Let me see. I think I had seen the space there initially, which shouldn't be there. So I'm going to remove this space here. For the record, I'm just going to copy it so it saves me. If it doesn't run, I'll execute it now again. And now this worked pretty fine. So you see, we've been able to bypass this filtering by encoding this part of it. So quickly we'll grab this part, which is what TryHackMe wants actually. We'll paste this here. But we still have what is the application running as. That we're not sure yet, but we can clearly see from our output that is www data. That's the user ID. So I'll pass that in here and submit this. Did it work? And it worked. Okay, so that was pretty smooth and cool. All right, so let's click on to redeem our price. What did we get this time? 1 day streak, pen tester title. I got these ones already. Why is it giving me again? Okay, anyways, enough of my ranting. Thanks, guys, for sticking around. And I'll see you in the next recording.